What's up? So I want to take this time to jump on here and talk to you guys a little bit about how I've been struggling to get emails. And I just want to let you guys know that I'm not ignoring you. The stuff that I say about reaching out to me on my videos is true. I'm still here for you, still will answer your emails. But right now, something's going on with my email exchange. And I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. This is the second time in like 3 months that I've been having this issue. So I figured that the best way to get this thing resolved is to um, jump on here, let you guys know that I am addressing the issue because it is an issue, and it's not just with any particular person. This is something that it's an issue with my provider. I was up at like 3 o'clock in the morning because anytime I have a decline in emails, I start to raise an eyebrow and think like, okay, what's going on here? Because usually I can't go a day without getting a single email, and sure enough, something's going on with the email exchange. I am getting that resolved. I am still here to answer your questions, but if you want to contact me directly, because it's got something to do with my website, just contact me at my email address directly. And that's kind of a workaround because the form that I'm using is the issue. I'll pin that for you. So I got that pin. If you guys are in here, let me know who you are, how I can help you. If you've emailed me, let me know, and I can answer that for you right now. Another thing is, I want to thank all you guys for trying to help me tackle this fruit fly issue I'm having right now. I'm literally looking at them right now. Every so often, you'll see them fly in front of the camera, and I agreed to take this lime tree in and try to nurse it back into good health, which was tough here in Wisconsin because it's really cold. And in order to find the right room for it, it's in the green room right now, but in order to find the right room for it that's going to keep it warm enough, that seems to be the issue. But then also I have that issue about the fruit flies coming out of the soil. I don't want to disturb it. I don't want to like turn the soil and get some type of infestation or get attacked by fruit flies. So, morning, Peacock. So I wanted to jump on here again to let you guys know that I'm not ignoring your emails. I am still good for my word at helping you guys. If you want to email me directly at the pinned email address, because something's going on with my storefront where I'm not getting emails, and this has been going on for at least a month, and I didn't even realize it because I was still getting emails from existing clients because we can just shoot straight back and forth. But for new clients, new people reaching out to me, new people asking for help, you guys aren't getting, your emails aren't getting through. You are being pushed to whatever. I don't know how it's working, but I was on the phone last night at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning trying to get this thing resolved. So you got the email issues going on, you got the fruit fly issues going on, and I'm still here trying to stay positive and still give more of myself. Go figure. Well, that's just how it is. Service to others is what makes me wake up in the morning, if I'm being honest. I was listening to a session by Bob Proctor, and I think he was being interviewed by Lewis Howe at House, and he was saying it's interesting how the people who is given are the ones who feel the most fulfilled, the people who feel the happiest about it. It isn't the receiver, it's about giving. And that's kind of how I feel whenever I get on these live sessions, whenever I return an email, whenever I get done with a coaching call, I feel fulfilled. And if you're just jumping on here, the whole point of this email is to, I mean, this this live session is to attack or address the issue of, well, I'm getting being attacked by fruit flies. If you haven't seen, is to address the issue with my emails, because I'm not getting emails from new people, new clients. I can still email the existing people, but the new clients are the ones that I'm struggling to receive emails from. And that's only if you're going through my website. If you are emailing me directly, I still do receive those. I pin that for you. Fruitful Seeds. Where you from, Peacock? I kind of like your logo. It looks like a Tesla symbol or something. Also, I just posted another video, how to make your ex miss you. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you watched it already, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think I missed, what I should change in that. I'm just going to be here for a little while to address this, because this is a major issue for me. It's something that's happened multiple times over the past 3 months, and I don't know what's going on, why it keeps happening, but we're going to try to get to the bottom of it. I probably should get a new website built, which is on my list of things to do this year, this upcoming year, which we're already past. We're almost past the first quarter, which is nuts, because I felt like I was just celebrating New Year's. So this is interesting. Morocco. That's pretty cool. What time is it there? Man, you're a man, right? I'm humbled. If you're a man or a woman, I'm still humbled. Doesn't matter. Humbled. Thank you so much. Good. I'm glad I can do that for you. Glad I can do that. I'm going to put my 21. You're learning this stuff at a young age too. That's pretty cool. Because there are people who, are 60, 70 years old that are still struggling with the same issues. They still are kind of in the dark about attachment styles, how to reattract somebody, how to control themselves, how to get that anxiety and that depression under control. Because I believe anxiety and depression go hand in hand. They're like cousins. If you struggle with anxiety, chances are you may struggle with depression too. And if you think about the grieving process, whenever you lose a loved one, whenever you lose a person, the grieving process, that depression, that bartering, the anxiety, that's all part of the grieving process. I watched your last, but I wonder why, if we are truly doing the work to heal, why do we feel the need to make our exes miss us? Are we still feeding into our trauma bonds? That's a good question, Selena. It's a good question. Why is it? It's something that's, honestly, I picked the topic because it was a topic that people was asking me about, and it's a popular topic on YouTube. And I thought I would give my take on it, on how I feel you can make that happen. But it is the question: why do you want to make your ex miss you? Because you're still showing that codependency. Because if you are truly healed, you just move on. Like, you wouldn't care if they missed you or not. But there are people who they need that validation. They need to feel like they were important to that person's life. So they want them to miss them. I don't know if it's for any type of malicious reasons, or if it's just to feel whole, or to gain that closure, or whatever it is. I don't know. Do you think that's a good way to go about it, Selena? Which is, understanding the law of vibration and how it works. but also understanding the no contact rule and how to implement it in certain situations with certain personalities, certain attachment styles. Mhm. So what do you think? Celine, I think that was pretty accurate information. So I pinned my email. If you're coming in here and you have tried to email me over the past 3 months, probably 6 months, who knows how long this problem goes back. Just know that I wasn't ignoring you. I mean, I've had several people tell me that they reached out to me on in the comment section saying they reached out to me and they weren't able to get through. But just know I'm not ignoring you. If you have any questions, I'm here. See people popping in and out. You coming in, let me know who you are. Where are you from? I'm going to try to get a better live feed set up here too, uh, because I've talked about this before. I really enjoy talking to you guys live instead of doing pre-recorded videos. I feel like this is more fulfilling and you can get better benefits out of this. It's part of the reason why I set up my membership program. It's because I feel like I do my best work when I'm in person, when I'm talking and I'm able to field questions. I miss my DAX and it's been 8 months now and I'm often miss him, but I feel pretty confident as to do with my need for validation. I'm happy to say I'm not healed yet. Yeah, when you realize who you are and when you realize who they are, that's when you're able to do the real work, and that's part of the way that people get over addiction, because if you're a love addict, if you're anxious attacher, you're a love addict. And the first step is admitting that you have a problem. And when you're able to understand that you have a problem or recognize it, then that's when you're able to recognize those triggers, know, yeah, your triggers, whatever to stay away from. Um, that's when the real work begins. My ex always took until the next day to reply back to me. Yeah, that sounds about right. Um, and whether that person is a dismissive or if they're somebody who just had low interest in you, that's the real question. Because I know for a fact that women, when they have low interest in you, they'll hope that you'll pick up on that. Because women, they run tests on you. They'll not text you back right away to see if you become anxious or to see if you get bent out of shape. And they don't do this stuff on purpose. It's just that when you get to a certain age, you've had so many guys reaching out to you, so many male pursuers that you have to learn how to weed out the people who are anxious and the people who are secure. My take on narcissism. That is going to be my next series of videos. Um, there are some real tell-all signs of people who are narcissistic, and this goes beyond just the selfie taken and what other people feel the typical narcissists look like, because there are several type of narcissists, and uh, I used to joke and question whether or not I was a narcissist. Like, am I a narcissist? And then the person that I was talking to uh, was pretty versed on narcissism. They said, if you have to ask yourself if you're a narcissist, then you're not a narcissist. Because typically narcissists don't feel they have a problem. They feel that the way that they operate is a healthy way, and it's survival because they lose their sense of self. They take on a role, a persona, and they're really empty. And this is just going back to the subconscious programming that they had, where they had to abandon their true self in order to feel whole and to feel secure which they rarely do. They rarely feel secure ever. They have to abandon their true self because they feel like this the person that they have personified is a better version of who society wants them to see. And they need a lot of different supply from people in order to keep that person fueled. You know, no, narcissists don't take accountability. It feels too damaging, and they have a hard time facing those rules or those laws. What am I saying here? Hold on, give me a second. They have a hard time facing the reality that they're not perfect, and they have some issues with them. I struggled with and still feel codependent. I'm failing and anxious, and I sometimes flip flop between idolizing the relationship and feeling deep hurt for how I was treated. Well, some people, it's for most people, it takes a while to heal from a relationship. If you're a fearful avoidant and you're anxious, um, you may have some deep childhood wounds you need to address in order to get these to move on for certain people. Because I've worked with people who they went through therapy and their therapist actually got to a state where they healed and they actually like moved on from the relationships. They broke up with people, they filed for divorce. They just like, you know what? I don't need this relationship anymore. This isn't something that uh, serves me purpose anymore. Because when we got together, it was more like a trauma bond, a codependent deal. And I felt lack of self-worth because of the way I was treated in my childhood. But when they get to the point where they've healed that, they've unlocked those boxes, they've done the shadow work, they've reparented themselves, then they're in a much better place, much but a better standing than they were when they um, got into the relationships mentally, a better standing mentally. But no, they rarely take accountability. For them to say sorry is very hard for them. But I have noticed that if a narc is going to say I'm sorry, uh, it's usually to get you uh, to come back to them or to get you to stop talking about a certain topic or just usually to try to manipulate you. If they get to a certain point, if they get to a certain age where they know how to say certain things and do certain things to get that person to do what they want them to do, it becomes more like a chess match. They'll learn everything about you in order to use that later on down the line. Like, for example, say you disclose to them that, hey, I don't think I'm really a great parent sometimes. And they'll support you. Yeah, you're a great parent. You're an awesome parent. And then when something happens and you show that weakness again, or you scar them or you do something to make them mad, they will lash out at you and say, yeah, that's why you're not a good parent now. Like, that's why you got to be careful about some of the things that you disclose to them. I can go on and on about narcissism, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait. I'm disclosing this a little too quickly. Borderline personality disorder, BPD. Um, that can look a lot like narcissism, simply because they lack that emotional regulation. They can come across as selfish, and it's all part of the cluster B personality, people. So, um, but I'm not going to go too close in that and too far in that either. My ex has all these traits you talked about. It makes a lot of sense right now. Yeah, and you know what? Um, my own personal, and I'm not. This is just stuff I learned on my own self journey research. So I'm not a clinician. I'm not licensed or any of that. I've seen that people who are more fearful, uh, they can come across as more narcissistic because of the inconsistency, or the love avoidance can come across as more. But you know what? Scratch that. Anybody can be a narc, if I'm being honest. Because the narcissistic people they will love bomb you, and that's something that dismissive avoidance don't do. They typically don't love bomb people at all. because it feels giving words of affirmation and praising people feels uncomfortable to them. But a narcissist will do that. Makes a lot of sense. All right. So if you guys are coming in here, I just wanted to address the issue with my email. I am not getting emails through my website. If you want to email me directly. I pin that up top. And I'm going to try to get to the bottom of this because, it's been going on for too long now. Far too long. And it's really causing, I'm losing subscribers. People are starting to get frustrated with me. And I'm like, it's not me. Have you ever heard of anxious, preoccupied, and fearful of avoiding ever being successful in relationships? Yes, if you are aware of your triggers, are able to self-regulate and just be still. When in doubt, be still. This is just when you're starting to get worked up, you feel like that person's leaving you, heart starts racing, stomach starts getting turned in knots. Be still, be present, and let go of the need for the outcome. Like I just posted a quote on Instagram today. Look it up. Be vulnerable enough to make a fool out of yourself, but be wise enough to know when to stop fooling around. And that's just what it's all about. Finding that middle ground. Yeah, you gotta be still. Gotta be still. Because when we get fearful of the outcome, that's what fearful avoidance do. That's that literally they put the fear in fearful avoidant. It's just all coming from a place of scaredness and lack of faith. Whether it's fear of making a wrong decision or picking the wrong person, or if they're fearing of being made a fool of, or being taken advantage of, and being vulnerable. Everything's led with some type of fear. If you think about anything that we don't do, things that stop us from being our authentic self, it's all about fear. Yeah, vulnerability is kryptonite to fearful avoidance, for sure. But that's the thing. You have to be vulnerable in order for the relationship to thrive. You got to have those conversations that make you feel uncomfortable, and you just have to face those fears head on. A narc can love the rebound. Honestly, if I'm not a professional, like I'm not a therapist, all right? I'm not a clinician. Just want to keep saying that, all right? Because some people compare me. They tell me that, or they'll comment, I'm glad I found free therapy and stuff. Like, I'm not a therapist, all right? But from my experience, narcissists aren't able to love. They don't have, it's something that isn't clicking inside them. They'll say it. If they love bomb you, then, you need to, raise a red flag there. But I don't think they can love people in general unless they're doing some serious work on themselves. Serious work. Reprogramming that subconscious programming. Doing EMDR. I heard that's really good therapy too. EMDR. Getting rid of those skeletons, letting those skeletons out the closet. And even then, it's still an uphill battle for them. Is it a good idea to take back an avoidant? Me practicing or studying Taoism. Yeah, true narcissists sounds like psychopaths. They That's part of this cluster B personality, people. You got your psychopaths, your sociopaths, um, borderline personality, narcissists. Psychopaths, you would know a psychopath. Those are the people that you want to steer clear of. Like it's something that's just clearly like a screw is loose. Um, like I was saying, practicing Taoism, it's just like I try not to label things as good or bad, negative or positive anymore. I just see things for what they are, you know. So good, bad, it just is. There is no good or bad. Everything just is. Like said Guru says, um, the sun is just the sun. Whether you want to lay under it to get a nice tan or to burn yourself to a crisp, it doesn't care. It's going to do it regardless. So just see things as, that's where the letting go of judgment comes in. If you stop judging things as good or bad and just seeing things as just for what they are, then you'll stop struggling and you'll stop being upset with people. You'll stop, well, I won't say stop, but you will, be able to control it a lot better. Help regulate your mood, have a little bit more self-control. So is it a good idea to take avoidant back? It just is. And when you know how they operate, some of the things to look out for, you'll know how to navigate. You'll know how to handle being in a relationship with them without saying, oh, you're such a bad person, or no, this isn't a good sign. It just is. You're just coming in here. If you're just coming in here, know that the purpose of this live session is to inform you guys about my email. It's not acting right. If you go onto my website and you're sending me emails from there, I'm probably not going to get it right now. If you go onto my website and you're sending me emails, I'm probably not going to get it right now. So send it to me directly with the pinned email. Or just join my membership program, $1.99. I will let you can join my private Facebook group, or we'll chat. You can ask me questions. And honestly, even if it's the $1.99 or the $10 a month one, you can't go wrong with that. It cost me more than $2 to have this cup of coffee today. You have to learn to invest more in yourself than you do in other things. So if you feel like it's a good choice as far as personal development, I'm here. I wouldn't want anyone to take me back without doing the work. I know I would be triggered. Yeah, true. I mean, that's the thing about breakups. You tend to forget some of the things that went on in the relationship that was negative. Which is why when you break up with people, if you're not somebody that's a vengeful person, because there are people who hold grudges forever and they can't stop seeing the negative things that went down in the relationship. And that's more the love avoidance. They can hold on to those negative things that you did forever because they remember exactly how it made them feel during the time that you were doing it. But for other people, for people that are secure, secure people are able to move away from breakups and, remember the good and the bad, but know that, they have that positive and negative. Off to work. Peacock, all the way from Morocco. Good to see you. They they're able to take that check. They have that checks and balances in their own mind, can put the positives and the negatives, but also standing in between. That's what secure is being all about. Is being able to be balanced in your way of operating, not coming on too strong, but not pulling way away. Janae, I'm not ignoring your emails. I'm actually getting frustrated if I'm being quite honest. Um, man, somebody else asked me that. Somebody else asked me about the emails, and then I sent one myself. This is probably 3 o'clock in the morning. Sent one to myself. Was on tech support for a while, and I started to look back at all the emails that I missed, and it because I usually get emails every day, and this has been going back for at least a month. And I remember I had this issue like 3 months ago. So something's going on. Something's going on. It's good to see you though, Janae. Thanks for joining my chat. Follow me for more recipes. Follow me for more recipes of personal development and personal growth. Happy hump day, by the way. It is Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Happy hump day. Janae is a valued member of my membership program. Appreciate you. Who's all in here? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Say hello. I got 5 people, 6 people watching me. Isn't that crazy that I find so much joy and fulfillment, talking to 5 or 6 people, and there are people that talk to 5 or 6 thousand people in a room. That would make me sweat. Okay, I don't want to manifest that, right? I don't want to manifest. That won't make me sweat. I'd be enthused and excited to do that. No, you would send me an email, but what membership choice did you do? Because you can send me an email and I will send you the discount code for the one-on-one coaching session. If you didn't pick the harvest level or the growth addict level, then you would have to pay the discounted rate. Now, the $10 one is for the one-on-one coach, the group coaching groups that I'm going to be doing here on YouTube. Actually, I'm doing one tomorrow night. Doing one tomorrow night. We're going to be having a membership only group coaching session. Hey, cool. Yeah, it's 10:30. In the UK. Now I have people over in London and Vienna, Austria, Germany, and I try to time up because here in the US, 10 o'clock, you're in the middle of a busy work day. And over there, I know it's nighttime. You guys are starting to get off work, starting to wind down. So it's really tough to figure out the proper streaming time where I can get the most engagement. But it's trial and error. As you guys can tell, over the past 2 weeks, I've been really stepping up my streaming game. This is something I enjoy doing more than just doing regular videos anyway. Or pre-recorded videos. Which is as a happy medium though. Because for the pre-recorded, you get more views, but for the live, I get more fulfillment. But I guess I gotta do it all. All right, I should probably get off and try to figure out these fruit flies. Try to go on the attack. I don't know if you see. Look, there's a lot of them too. Like it's almost like they've moved in. I should start charging these fruit flies rent. Vanilla red. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I saw that about fruit flies. I actually got that. Yeah, pouring down. I think you said something about pouring hot water down the pipes. They travel all around. My daughter she sits there and play Minecraft, and she's just like, ugh, these fruit flies are getting on my nerves. I think I'm gonna just put the plant outside, to be honest. I just got an email from Janae. Got it. I'll get that to you for sure. Oh, change the soil. Yeah, it's probably a good idea, huh? It's just been so cold here, and then now it's spring. It's much nicer too. You want to do things outside now and get out there. But I'm a little nervous because this plant was donated to me or given to me, and I don't want to kill it. So hopefully, I have a green thumb, and I can make that transition work. But something has to happen. I just sit here and ignore them like they don't exist. And honestly, I grew up in an environment that was very poor. So we had a bunch of things that we just kind of ignored and just like, no big deal. So much more blessed to be where I'm at now, though. Any more relationship questions? Yeah, I hope I get it sorted too, Glenn. It's been really frustrating. And what can you do? What can you do? I feel frustrated, but I don't feel angry about it, if that makes sense. Just like everything always works itself out. So thanks, Selena. I appreciate you helping me out with the fruit flies. Okay, why are they called fruit flies? Because do they come for fruit, or are they just what comes first, the chicken or the egg? It's been how many months, Selena? It's been 8 months. I mean, right now, what do you? I feel like you're detached. You should be that detaching by now. What do you have to lose? Reach out and say, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know." Just say hello. I hope you're doing well. I want to make sure that you're doing okay throughout this COVID situation. Um, and I also want to let you know that there are no hard feelings between you and I. Like I'm not upset with you. If he broke up with you, but if you broke up with him, then you do want to say, "Hey, sorry, I got a little bent out of shape there. I've learned a little bit about myself, and I'm ready to show up better." Um, well, don't say that, no, because then you'll be insinuating that you want him back. But to say her back, wait, Selena's talking. Him back, say, yeah, I've been learning a lot about myself, and just wanted to say, hey, I apologize for the way things ended. Um, I'm learning a lot about myself, and I hope you're doing well. It's 8 months. 8 months is a long time. And if you feel like you need to do that as far as your healing or as far as your closure, then I say do it, because tomorrow's not promised. You know, if he was to get into a lower forbid some type of accident or something today, you'll be kicking yourself about how things ended, how you wish you would have ended it on a better. No, blaming him and play the victim role. However, I didn't know about attachment styles at the time. I really learned a lot. Yeah, you want to leave him with a better taste in his mouth. You know, don't leave on protesting behavior, and he probably thinks that you hate him and you never want to speak to him again, which is part of the reason why he won't reach out to you anymore. Just let him know, hey, I don't hate you. I'm learning a lot about myself. The things that I did um, was uncool, and I don't need an apology. I just want you to know that I acknowledge it, and I'm sorry. Was a dumper, and yes, I left on protesting behaviors, and I did all that and worse. Okay, what's worse? See, you left that part out, Selena. What's worse? Did you hop into a rebound relationship and rub it all in his face? Or did you curse him out? Burn bridges? Define worse. Okay, I don't have. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. Don't worry about it. But I want you to define it in your mind. But if you did do all of that, you may just have to let this thing go. Because if you push him too far away, um, your reaching out should be purely just to make amends and not to re-spark anything. It's okay. We all make mistakes. We're all human, Selena. So you can feel ashamed for something, but you don't have to be toxically shamed for it. Yeah, the silent treatment feels like you can't breathe. It feels like you're being suffocated. So yeah, I agree. All right, guys. Talk to you guys later. Namaste. Have a good rest of your week. I love you guys.